Yeah, Henry, you ended up with the double-double, the 24 and 13. Obviously, Mitchell's a guy, plays with a lot of physicality. I know you knew that going in. I guess kind of for you, what was your approach, and, how do you kind of feel you fared in that matchup against Mitchell?
I mean, he's a great player. He's good at rebounding the ball, and I feel like he got in great position. So just trying to box him out that way. I was put in the right way, too. I wasn't kind of on the wrong side of rebounding, so I feel like that really helped me get in there and be able to get the rebounds.
Seemed like you also. I'm sorry. Seemed like you also, made a point, in getting the boards, kind of securing them with two hands, instead of kind of keeping it alive. I guess is that something throughout the course of the year you've kind of been making a point to, I guess, kind of secure them?
I feel like they were a very scrappy team. So kind of if I kept it loose, I know I had a steal almost, and then they kind of poked it away. So just making sure that I have it with two hands and secure it, and maybe try not to go as quick and just kind of make sure we have it and slow the game down a little bit.
Andrew. That's for Henry Hubert. Henry first. What did you guys have to do to match their intensity and physicality? It seemed like that was giving you a little bit of trouble in the first half, but it wasn't as much of an issue in the second half.
I feel like first half we came out good, and then we had a little slump where they were getting offensive rebounds, so we're kind of letting them push us. But I think the biggest thing is just hitting first rather than getting hit. So that way, worst case, you stay in the same spot. Like you're not gonna move backwards.
Hubert, how much was that a point of emphasis for you?
Yeah, I thought they were. I thought we were much stronger. And handled the physicality much better in the second half. The first half we had 11 turnovers, second half we had 2. I can't remember, I think we had 12 points in the paint. In the first half we ended up with 36. I felt around the rim, we were dunking everything, we were going strong. If we didn't finish strong or dunk, we got fouled and got to the free throw line. So I felt like we handled the physicality much better in the second half.
Right. You talk about the 11 turnovers in the first half and then only 2 in the second half. Can you talk about what the difference, I guess, coming out of the break for you guys was tonight?
Well, it's that. I mean, it's something that leading up to playing St. Bonaventure, not just specific for them, but just moving forward, just how important it is for us to make the easy play and take care of the basketball and just get shots. And when we do that, it gives us an opportunity to get great shots. And then if we don't, gives us an opportunity to get to the offensive glass and get to the free throw line. So you can look at our best halves this year where we've taken care of the basketball. I think it was 1 against Kansas, 0 against North Carolina Central. I might have gotten it wrong. In both of those halves, one of those halves, like we've scored 58 points in each one of them, and it's a direct result of taking care of the basketball. So that's just huge for us.
Yeah, then in the first half, Derek had a tough stretch when they were making the run. But then in the second half, his 4-game improved. What was the difference for him between the two halves?
No, I thought the huge difference was not only Derek, but also Kyan, too. I mean, just the play and the leadership from both of them. Obviously, I talked about taking care of the basketball, but, Kai stepped up and hit some big threes, just distributing the basketball. He's our best passer, facilitator, pitching the ball ahead in transition. And then Derek, when Kyan got into foul trouble, played some of the best minutes he's played all year. I mean, I thought, he hit that 3 in the corner. I felt like his drives, he was under control, was able to make plays for himself, for his teammates. And so both of them had a great second half, a huge determining factor of why we came out to win.
Questions for Kai?
Yeah, I guess just for Kai and then also for Henry, it seemed like a lot of kind of baseline action that you guys were giving up in the first half, a lot of baseline drives. What were maybe some of the adjustments or changes that you guys made just to limit that in the second half?
I think we had some communication errors in the first half, and we kind of came together and talked about that and wanted to fix that for sure. Just a little lost sight of man, I guess, but just a little communication error.
Yeah, I feel like during halftime we also talked about rotating over. If somebody gets driven baseline, that's okay. We're gonna live with it. But then when the big guy helps, we gotta also grab the big guy's guy. That way they don't get an easy layup. Because I think from first half they got a couple of those as well.
Coach, you held Caden Charles to 6 points. Through the first 5 games for St. Bonaventure, he's been big, double figures, points and rebounds. What were you doing on him specifically tonight that kept him quiet?
Well, one of the things that Caden's really good at is getting offensive rebounds. So we only got 2 offensive rebounds. I mean, that's huge for him. And coming into the game, I think they were 6th in the country in offensive rebounding percentage. So it was a big key for us to limit them to 1 shot every possession. They still got 11 offensive rebounds, but it wasn't where they had been in their previous 5 games. And in regards to Caden. He's a really good driver and a really good offensive rebounder, and we did a good job of boxing him out.
Over here on the left, then Brian.
Coach, when you are in a situation like this where you have to play a team like Michigan State on Thursday on Thanksgiving, how do you prepare for that given all the surrounding distractions?
What do you mean by distractions?
Just being the holidays, being on the road.
Oh no, this is not a distraction. We got all of our family and friends here. Actually, it's a benefit. I mean, all of our family and friends are here, and it's great during the holiday season to be able to spend time with them. And so we'll celebrate tonight and have a good dinner with our family and friends, and then get back to work in preparation for Michigan State on Thursday.
Brian.
Kyan, I know you pride yourself kind of on your ball handling, your passing skills, but at 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 4, are you becoming more comfortable, I guess, with that outside shot and kind of becoming more aggressive in terms of shooting the ball?
Yeah, I would say I feel like I've always been comfortable shooting. I missed a few shots these last few games, but I knew I was going to get back to where, shots are going in. They're always going to fall. Just got to keep shooting them.
Take a couple more, Jeremiah, then Shelby, then Andrew.
Yeah, Hubert, obviously, Caleb's a guy, always plays aggressively, good at getting to the free throw line, does take, some tough shots at times. Do you ever have to, I guess, in conversations with him, help him balance, staying aggressive and not, forcing shots at times? Is there a balance to strike there with him?
Well, I think there's a balance with the entire team. I think that's one of the things that contributed to them coming back in the first half. It wasn't just turnovers. I felt like our shot selection wasn't very good. And so that's something that we talked about as a team at halftime, that it just has to be better. It's not just taking care of the basketballs, getting not just a shot, getting good shots every possession. All of our guys are really skilled. They got a lot in their bag, and I know they can feel like they can make plays, and just understanding when to make those plays at the right time to be able to do so.
Last two, Shelby and Andrew.
Yeah, I guess just for Henry, career high in points, if I'm not mistaken. I'm curious just...
And rebounds.
Yep.
Oh, and hey, my bad. And in rebounds. Just what was going well for you tonight? I mean, it seemed obviously they have a lot of physicality. Maybe you guys can't get as many, lob attempts in the front court, but just what was going well for you?
I feel like as a team we're just moving the ball well, and kind of my teammates were finding me in easy layups or kind of giving me a little advantage, and I was able to take care of that and use that. And obviously we were getting some good shots as well, so there was like some short rebounds that I was able to easily get a couple offensive rebounds and be able to put it back. I think that helps me score.
This is also for Henry. Mitchell's listed at 6'8", 270. He bangs a lot. How challenging is it to keep the discipline to stay upright and not kind of bite in some of this foul and foul himself?
I mean, yeah, definitely it's a little bit difficult. You definitely want to reach or make the play with your hands, and then just the most important thing is making him score over me. He's really strong, so he'll definitely push you a little bit and try to get to his spot and kind of try to disrupt it with like holding a handbar, and then just making him kind of shoot it further over me and do my best as I can to contain him.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.